All right, so you said you met your husband at one of your roller derby games in 2017. About a week of texting back and forth, we met up in person for our first date. We watched a movie and then went back to his place where I spent 2 hours teaching him how to knit. And then you followed him home and you knew he was the one.
Well, I followed it home and then I taught him how to knit.
You taught him how to what?
Knit.
Knit.
How to knit. Did you hear a slur, Andrew? That's really inappropriate.
I was raised Mormon. Of course I know how to knit. Come on.
Haha.
Well, I mean, you don't have to be raised Mormon to know how to knit.
Just saying.
You don't gotta be Mormon to know how to knit. Okay. So then,
Should I play an A to a D with on the guitar?
Yeah,
Why are you saying it, Brian?
yeah, let's do it. Okay.
Let's do it.
You said you followed him home. You just knew he was the one.
Yeah.
We ended up sleeping together on the first date,
Yeah.
and you stayed the night and just never left. And you moved in permanently 2 weeks later.
Yep.
And in 2019, you bought a house together, and you got married in 2020.
Yep.
This is these girls who say you can't hook up with a guy on the first date. She's married to the guy.
Yeah.
It happens all the time. These girls, oh, let's wait 7 dates.
Are you happily married?
Yes, I am. Very.
Happily married. Happily married.
Happily.
Happily
By the
married.
way, congratulations and many years to you. I hope
That's great.
I hope your marriage goes forever and ever and ever into infinity.
I'm sure it will.
Man.
You know what I wonder? Like a girl. So the guy wanted to hook up, and the girl didn't. And she actually, I'm thinking like, there's probably girls out there because she didn't hook up with the guy, she lost out on her husband.
Probably.
No, that was her husband though. So that's
No, I'm saying it worked out. Yeah, it worked out. But there's like girls who are like, let me play this trick, and then wait to have sex, and then the guy just lost interest. And you lost your husband. Lost a great guy because you didn't smash.
What if he was like out of her league and she thought
Yeah,
that he was
I
just
feel
gonna
like this
sleep
is a
with her?
double-edged sword, though, because couldn't you just say, like, oh, well, there's those chaste Christian dudes, and if they had only plowed that OnlyFans chick, they would have ended up with a great wife? Isn't that, like, kind of the rebuttal to that?
No, I reject your rebuttal.
Good
Anyways,
job. Good job, Andrew. Good job.
I don't know
was
if
a
it
good
perfectly
point.
maps on 1-to-1. I don't know if it perfectly maps on.
hypothetical.
I don't know if it perfectly maps on 1-to-1, but yeah, it's a fair point. It's a fair point to raise, Andrew. Fair point to raise, certainly. Anyways, so.
He did not like that.
I mean, I think my
No,
husband's
I-
out of my league, so
Oh, well.
I was the aggressor. I asked him if I could kiss
Aggressor.
him, and then I asked him if he wanted to have sex, and then I just never left.
Did you
That's-
ask
I
him
think
for
women should do
consent
that.
before you touched him?
I did.
Good. Did you say the words
What the
consent?
fuck?
No,
I'm joking. I'm joking.
I mean,
I want to go home.
I asked him, "Hey, can I kiss you?" And then I did. I'm like, "Hey, you want to have sex?" And he's like, "Sure." And he's like, "Can I turn the lights off?" And I was like, "Hell no, you can't,
Damn, that's crazy.
because I want to
Damn.
see all that you got."
Can I turn the lights off? That's crazy.
Right.
on the first date.
Hey, can I just not see you?
Wait.
Just, like, shut it down.
said that.
Wait. So you wanted the lights off and he wanted the lights on?
No, I wanted the lights on. He wanted the lights off.
She said.
That's a
yes,
She
new
said,
that's,
"Can I have sex with you?" You said,
that's a
"Yeah." Like,
new
let's
one.
shut the lights off. That's not nice. I don't.
Yeah.
Like it.
Yeah.
Maybe he was just.
He's
nervous.
bashful.
Okay.
I think I was the third person he ever slept with, so I had a little bit more experience than he did.
When you say a little bit more experience.
His body count is at 4, mine is at 6.
Huh, okay. All right. All right, there you go.
Equally yoked.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's 7 years older than I am.
Go. Yeah. Whatever. Okay. But it can happen. Look, ladies, you can sleep with a guy on the first date, and it could be like long-term boyfriend, marriage.
Yeah, you just gotta
Don't
feel
count
that
it
vibe.
out. Don't.
Yeah,
count
dude, and guys, you
Situationship.
can sleep with a skank on the first
Hey.
date, and she can end up being a quality
Hey.
wife, right?
Well, hold on, because like both. So you're introducing this external variable of, and she's also a fucking porn star, like in this.
No, she's not a porn star. She's just a
Just
loose
an
chick,
everyday whore.
She
Just
did
an
it for
everyday
free. She
casual
just
slut.
she just slept for with 30 guys. No problem. You only have a 2 body count. You could be passing up on the greatest wife ever, right, Brian?
Just a college age slut. This usual.
I just reject it outright.
Yes, I unequivocally reject this argument. The premises are false. It is rejected.
Yeah.
It is not sound.
We need a smackdown for Brian right now.
Well, I think in the scenario where, so I don't think there's necessary, I mean, it depends on your worldview, but where two people consent to sleep together relatively early on in the relationship, they're both, it takes two to tango, they're both there, whereas men have when it comes to like, well, I'm not sure it maps on, like, okay, the woman has a promiscuous past, but she could be a good wife, or what is the argument?
She's born again.
Oh, well, here. I'm glad that you asked. I'll reiterate the argument, and I'll frame it correctly, and I'll even make sure to steelman your position. Brian's position here, right? And I have to do it. Brian's position. Men out there, it could possibly be women out there, it could possibly be that you're passing up on Mr. Right because you refused to have sex with him because you were holding out for Mr. Writer, right? Okay, well, that's fair. But wouldn't it equally be true then that men could potentially be passing up on Mrs. Right, right? Because she has a promiscuous past and he refuses to sleep with her based on that.
Well, I think there's a differential here, and the differential would be is that, hold on one sec, hold on. Hold on. I got this, Andrew, hold on. Hold on, there's an argument here. So, okay, so yes, conceivably, even despite a woman's promiscuous past, she could still be a wonderful person, but
And a wonderful wife.
yes, and a wonderful wife, and you could otherwise have a happy relationship. But if the disqualifier, just by virtue of her having slept with that many people, despite how wonderful or attractive she is, if that is a disqualifier for him, she may very well still be a good partner and a good wife, but she's disqualified regardless of her ability to be a good partner because of this criteria.
True, but the same would equally be true the other direction. Yes, he could equally be a great husband and fantastic, but because he won't concede to the fact that I won't sleep with him immediately, that would disqualify him forever for being this good partner, right?
It's good.
Let's let that marinate a little bit. We'll come
We'll
back
let
to
it
it.
marinate.
We'll come back to it, Andrew. We'll come back to it. It's food for thought. It's a good thought.